Hey, what's up? It's Matt with MJ Gabel. Welcome back to the channel. I'm doing something different this week. I'm going to do a smash up of all of our phone consults, or some of our phone consults that I did in the last couple of weeks. I record some of them and I smash them down to hopefully deliver good information to you guys and answer questions. It's a mixture of a couple different consults, loose diamonds. It goes in mounted goods. It goes over our diamond auction, our consignment platform. Kind of gives you an idea behind the scenes when we talk to clients on the phone from all over the country with pieces that they have. It kind of gives you, like I said, a little behind the scenes inside look to what we do here and how we help clients. If you like the content and you like the videos, do me a favor, subscribe to our channel, like and comment. That helps us grow and allows us to help people with their diamond jewelry and consult with them, educate them, help them sell it for a much higher margin, which we like to do. So thanks for watching and hope you guys enjoy this mashup of some consults that we did. Thanks.
Now, I currently live in Colorado, so I don't know if you guys do any sort of shipping, but I believe from what I've gathered from this earring here that I have it's about a 1.7 carat round cut, very high clarity, not clarity, the colorless clarity is pretty good, and it's an all natural diamond. It's not a lab grown.
Okay.
Now, now I was just kind of I'm Googling, trying to get my research, whatever, trying to figure out something, because the place to try to take it to, they tried to tell me $900, but he also told me 1.28 carat after telling me 7.5 millimeters was how big the stone was, and then I can go to a chart and see that 1.5 was showing 4 millimeters, so it didn't add up too much to me there.
Okay.
The way that he was saying and the prices he was giving didn't jive. They didn't cohese together.
Sure.
So anyways, I believe it's a pretty high-end diamond. This is just something I just found. I got lucky. I got a story box at a estate sale, and it happened to be just jammed in the back there. So fairly big find, I feel. But I think it's probably the most shiniest diamond I've ever seen. It's not the biggest, but it's definitely the shiniest I've ever seen.
Okay.
And enough real, it's got some questions raised. So I didn't know what your guys' process was. If you do any sort of mail in,
we do,
or...
we do. But I want to address a couple things for you.
Go ahead.
And put you at ease. So I don't know where you went. And I can tell you off the bat, some of the pawn shops and gold places don't really have educated gemologists. These guys look at diamonds. They're somewhat familiar with diamonds, but they're not necessarily qualified. So you are correct. 7.5 millimeter is 1 millimeter measurement, though, on a diamond where you need 3 millimeter measurements to understand a couple things. So just because it's a 7.5 millimeter, it could face up as a 170, but actually weigh less than that depending on how deep that diamond is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, understood.
So there's shallow diamonds, and then I've seen diamonds that face up like a 90 because they're a small millimeter, not quite a carat. But when we remove them and put them on a carat scale, they weigh a carat because that diamond is long, so it's deep.
Right.
So there's some proportion issues there, and a lot of those guys use millimeter gauges to get an idea. I don't know. I would agree with you. 7.5 without knowing depth could mean a 130, and it could mean a 170.
Right.
I don't know. Colorless could mean DEF. There's a big difference between a D colorless diamond and an F color diamond.
Right.
So,
right.
But I'm just going to quickly, I want to pull up some pricing here.
Yeah, without me really, obviously I'm not a gemologist, but, without me knowing what I'm doing completely and just trying to follow charts and look at something comparatively, to what I believe I have, without being under scope and knowing exactly what to look for, I was seeing like in a range of 10 to 20, but I don't know, obviously.
10 to 20,000?
Right.
Yeah, that's probably retail. So it's all right. Let me get my list here. It is not pulling up for me. Ann, can you get into our calculator? Yeah. I'm only able to pull RapNet. It's not pulling up for me unless we're logged into too many systems. Are you on it? It's not letting me log in.
I was just on it, but I should still let you.
All right, so can you grab me a millimeter chart too? Yeah. So let's just say it's a 170.
Okay.
And let's go average color. So we're gonna go G color, and I'm gonna go middle of the road clarity. I'm gonna go SI1 clarity. All right. So at that, retail on that stone is gonna be about 17,000. That's full-blown retail. That's also brick and mortar retail. Okay.
Right.
So a 7.8 millimeter would roughly be about a 175. I'm just going back, and I know I'm kind of all over the board here. 7.4 millimeter is like a 1.5. 7.8 is like a 175. So you're probably a 150, maybe 60.
Okay.
But that's okay. I mean, 20 points isn't going to make all that much of a difference. So wholesale, supposedly on this diamond, at a 170 GSI1 is going to be about 8,700. But that's me going off a Rappaport price guide, which is the industry standard. I go a step further, though. I'm actually going to go on RapNet, which is my trading platform. What I can see on my trading platform is how many diamonds are available to me as a buyer, as a wholesaler, and at what price point compared to what the chart's telling me they're available for. So I'm actually going to go into live inventory. So I've got 107 diamonds available all over the world. Israel, USA, India, Belgium. So I'm going to take the first US one that I see. Here's one. It's a 170 GSI1. This is called triple EX. So the cut, grade, polish, and symmetry are all excellent, which we don't know about yours. This is a faint blue fluorescence, which we also don't know about yours. My cost on that stone is $7,496. So about $1,300 off from what the average wholesale number should be.
Gotcha.
All right. So typically, if it's loose, there's two options. The first option is what I would recommend is our diamond auction. It is in trade only, qualified buyers. It's typically held in 2 locations within a week's period of time. It's usually New York, and then usually Belgium, Hong Kong, or Israel.
Okay.
That opens the diamond up to about 2,000 to 3,000 buyers, and your diamond will receive between 200 and 300 offers on it. So even in the best case scenario, you personally probably wouldn't be able to shop that diamond and get 200 offers in a year.
Right.
Without making phone calls every day. We do it within a week's period of time. So our own diamond inventory that we buy or get in or have or own, we also sell in the same exact auction. But
and you guys do like 10%, is that what I heard?
Yeah, I mean, it's on something like this diamond, it's a sliding scale. On something like this, I mean, if it brings $7,000, it's like 13%, but we can always, I mean, our fees are always, I don't want to say negotiable, but our goal is to sell diamonds for clients. That's, if I make, $650 on it, it's fine. I'd rather make $850, but I'm not gonna let $200 stand in the way of an offer to get a client a better price point for his diamond. The second option is to mount it into like a setting that would cost us $400 to $800. We put money into it. The difference there is we now open in our market to end user consumer, not in trade, which is going to bring you a higher return. And we would probably, the asking price at that point is probably going to be in like the $11,000 to $12,000 gross. Good afternoon, this is Matt.
Hi, Matt.
You obviously filled out our form where you emailed us. What have you done thus far in your efforts to try to sell this ring?
This is my first time. I've never done this before, so I'm just kind of a little hesitant.
Sure.
I did reach out to,
Yeah.
which is an auction house. It's not basically to actually sell it.
Yeah, we're very familiar. We come across them often, and we compete with them often, I should say. I mean, it's a fantastic diamond. First and foremost, it's high quality. It's a desirable stone. Let's put it that way.
Right.
It's over a 1.5. It's under a 2. It's in a sweet spot. We would consider in the marketplace. To give you a heads up, yes, it's an auction site, and they only auction to other dealers. So you're most likely going to get a wholesale number, and I'll go over all that with you. If you've got time, consignment's going to be a great option. So here's what I can tell you. Diamonds are very much like automobiles. So with the cut, color, clarity, and carat weight, I can tell you to date what that diamond should command, what it's trading for.
Right.
The market on your stone, and I'm probably going to lose you because I tend to rattle these numbers off. Market currently on your stone sits at about $11,000 to $12,000.
Okay.
So that's wholesale. Are you familiar at all with Blue Nile?
No.
Okay, so Blue Nile currently is the largest online e-retailer of diamond rings. So they sell over the counter to the public at kind of a wholesale or just above wholesale price point. So when you talk about selling a used ring, that's technically the competitor. Because Blue Nile sells in such volume, their prices are really reasonable. So Blue Nile is selling your diamond currently for $16,000 to $17,000 new. So if you and I never had a conversation and we happen to have this ring in our possession and we were either selling it for somebody else or we owned it, I'm going to put a list price on this. I'm going to refinish it to new condition. We're going to sell it what we call to end user consumer via our online platforms, which is how we sell our stuff on consignment. We're going to put an asking price of anywhere between $14,500 and $15,500 on that piece.
So at this point, the most I could possibly get is 15.
That's before fees if you consign it. Even if you sold it yourself, your list price, you should list it somewhere in the $15,000 range, yes.
Hello.
Hi,
Yes, sir.
this is Matt calling with MJ Gabel. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Good. You had filled out a form on our website regarding 105 carat, I think, that you have.
Yes, sir.
I normally need a little bit more information in order to give somebody an idea of value on it. Without having the clarity, it's really difficult for me to give you an idea. I can tell you, though, if you're not in a hurry, it's probably something you'd want to consign with us and have us refinish the piece and sell to an end user consumer. There's a lot more money available for something like that rather than just buying it. I'm happy to buy it outright without seeing it. I mean, giving you a ballpark, you're probably $2,000 to $4,000 for the ring without seeing it. And I know that's a very wide range, but I don't know the color and the clarity of it. Yeah, is it a round cut or is it like a square or?
It's round.
Okay, so round brilliance, the better of the stones. Those hold the value the best rather than like a princess or a marquise or something else.
But I'm down in Norfolk, Virginia.
Yep, that's all right. So 95% of our clients are out of state. We're in upstate New York. So typically what happens is I get you some paperwork. We fill it out. We document what you're sending. We supply you a FedEx label. We pay for the shipping in-house and the insurance. We cover it for the value on what it's valued for, like what you could get for it, not necessarily the appraised value. Something like this, I would put it like a $3,000 value on it. When it comes in, it gets logged by either myself or my wife. We're the only two that open packages here. It is on camera. Then it goes to our lab here on site. We look at it, we evaluate it, and then we get back to you with the cut, the color, the clarity, the carat weight, the values, the different kind of values, and then let you decide what you want to do with it. If it's something you don't want to do anything with, you're turned off, we send it back to you with our evaluation. And that's it. We end the relationship there, and maybe we can do something in the future. If it's something you want us to proceed with, we can either buy it, we can sell it for you, consign it, we can broker it. There's all sorts of different things we can do with it.
Okay. I mean, that sounds almost too good to be true.
And I'll send you pictures of that.
Okay.
Which is not a big deal. We refinish anyways if we're going to sell. So we would clean, polish, fix the head, make sure that prong is realigned. I don't think it needs retightening. I don't think the tips are bad. I never even thought of checking the tips. So because of that crown angle, there'll be a slight adjustment on the price. No, your tips are pretty good on the prongs.
Okay.
So we're talking a difference of, I think we talked 13. What is it? 13 to 15, I think originally. Let me pull my notes.
Remember.
We're gonna be like a 12.5 to a 14 gross. So a little shaved off on that. So that's fine. We would probably, like I said, we're going to refinish it. I'll send you pictures so you can kind of see what I'm talking about, the crown angle. And the diamond band, that's nothing you'd wear, that eternity band?
What do you mean? That's nothing I would wear.
Nothing on a right-hand ring or nothing you want to keep on the on the band?
Well, I think it's not really worth anything.
No, it is. I mean, it's. I think we estimated as a 2.5 carat. Same thing. It's sellable. We'll polish it, clean it, market it. It'll probably resell for in the $1,600 to $1,800 range. So there's value there, and there's a minimum fee on that of like $350 to sell that. So, I mean, they're both marketable.
Yeah.
The band just makes up that difference, I think, from what we were hoping to get for that main engagement ring. Like I said, but
Yeah.
I'll send you the crown angle. You probably never even noticed it.
Yeah.
It's just something that we always look at the proportions of the diamond, and it's just a little. We want the angle to be a little bit more. So I'll send it to you via email. If it's something you want to proceed with, you just need to sign that document that I sent you and send them over. And actually what I'll do is I'll update that for the new yields so you can sign that. So I'll get that off to you at some point the next day. And then that's it. It's here. Everything's good. It looks fine other than a little beat up. And we'll
perfect.
All right, well, I'll get you some new documentation. I'm going to flood you with some paperwork. You'll see. We document everything that comes in. So you'll see a picture of the actual inside of the diamond, which I will send. You'll see the prong off there. I'll send you a side shot, and then I'll send you the in-house evaluation with our notes. You'll see that there's a chip that we did see on the crown facet. We also see the prong and then the shallow crown. And if there's any questions, just give me a call. But I'll send that over to you, and then I'll send the document over at some point.
Sounds great.
All right.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
All right, bye.